Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. This is Christopher Aaron with your midweek gold and silver price update. I strive to bring you the clearest analysis and price projections based on the actual charts. I try to filter out the noise in the mainstream media and some of the more outlandish projections that are out there, and in the process, to save you money and make you money. The price of gold has been weak over the last few days. We've had a new low come in here below 1075, dropping down to 1065 over the last couple of days. Where does this put us? On the 6-month gold chart, bringing up our key. Using the GLD fund, which I do not recommend you own for a long period of time, but it's good for charting. We see that new low come in here, below the July low. This is significant. You've had a series of trend lines here broken. We still keep those up, shown in turquoise, because oftentimes we need to pay attention to broken trend lines when they are hit at some point in the future from the reverse side. A broken uptrend here in the short term, leaving us at a new low. Do we have any clues as to how far this new low may come? The answer is yes. We are looking here at a chart of the GDX Gold Miner Fund, a fund that contains about 20 to 30 gold and silver mining companies that dig the metal out of the ground. The valuation of these companies has been very poor over the last 5 years. However, looking at the 6-month time frame, we can see that the price of these companies has held above the July lows, whereas in the previous slide we have gold at a new low. Now this gives us a hint that perhaps this low to come in the price of gold may be the last low before prices start to rise again. So we'll be watching this over the next several weeks and seeing if this low holds even as the price of gold moves lower. Looking at gold from the 1-year time frame, backing that out, we see that low right here coming in right at the lower part of our primary downtrend line, shown in blue. A target of $990 an ounce should this head and shoulders pattern hold over the next several weeks. Where does this put us in the big picture? We are looking for a final low in this green band. And my goal for bringing these videos to you is really to gain a level of trust, to show you that the system that I've developed works, and that we can have some foresight as to what the prices of these metals, gold and silver, are going to do over the short, the intermediate, and the long run. Now, I don't have 100% truth. I won't get every single call right, but I've developed a system that I believe gets a significant percentage of them right, and that can help us to save some money. Looking at the silver market, as we always do, showing a low here put into silver, but not a new low. It hasn't yet followed gold to a new low. So that's an interesting divergence. You can see that more clearly on the 6-month chart for silver. Hitting that August low right here at the same point, this time again using the SLV fund for charting purposes. I do recommend, of course, that you stack the metal over the long run. Does Silver Wheaton, which happens to be the single strongest silver mining company over the last 7 years, offer us any clues? And the answer is here, yes, again, Silver Wheaton holding above its recent lows. So we are looking at a clue here that the price of silver is in a bottoming process, if this should continue to hold above these lows. Silver, looking at the 1-year time frame, a potential of $12 an ounce should we break down here, which would take us right to the bottom level of this royal blue primary downtrend lines. Royal blue, always representing our primary downtrend lines. Our horizontal support and resistance lines, always coming in black, as you can see here. And the other lines, not always shown on some of the close-up charts. Those will be shown on later charts that show more of a big picture perspective. I wanted to keep this video a little bit shorter and just focus on the last couple days action on the 1 year time frame. Here we are extending that to 5 years very quickly as a projection for how this breakout will look in silver when this converging set of trend lines here breaks. At some point in the next year, it looks very likely that this will happen. And all those people who have been buying silver over the last 5 years will start to see some gains as opposed to some losses. This will be very exciting. In summary, a new low in the price of gold, but the miners still holding. We are looking for a final low in that price of the metal somewhere between 850 and 1033. This price coming in very quickly to where the current price is. Silver retesting the low at 14 and looking for that final low between 12 and 14. Thank you for joining me again. The next update will be this weekend when we take a look at the full week's worth of action and look at that with a big picture perspective. Also taking a look at some of the fundamental drivers. Remember, opportunity only exists when prices and fundamentals diverge. So as we're watching the prices of these metals move lower amidst the fundamental backdrop that really should support higher prices, remember, we are in the zone of opportunity right now. And we want to try to take a look at how long that opportunity will last to accumulate metals at these prices before the price begins to rise again. Thank you for joining me. See you next weekend. Have a nice rest of the week.